In this video, I'm going to give you the lowdown on the sales that happened on November 24th, 2020 for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and give you a preview of the upcoming Black Friday sales in the United States. At the Linus Wilson channel, we give you the secrets to get the console that you want. So the one thing that we have confirmed tonight to start at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time, Black Friday, is Meijer is going to sell the PS5. Meijer is a Midwest grocery store. It's kind of like a superstore. You know, I used to live in the Midwest. I'd never shopped there because it's kind of like Sam's and Costco, but you don't have a membership. So they have they're available only with Meijer pickup. Order starting 11/27/20 at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time. Not available in stores, right? So the intel that I have is that, and they say they've got 6 hours to go, right? And 49, so that is 12:01 Eastern Time. So they got a countdown clock even. Quantities are limited and product is only reserved upon checkout. Must be a M-Perks member, and then it's got to sign up. Now, I tried signing up for M-Perks, and I was not able to do it. But somebody told me that if you go on the website, so I tried incognito, I tried, and I don't plan on buying anything. I'm just trying it so you guys understand the process. And it wouldn't work incognito mode. It wouldn't work normal mode. It only worked on the app. And, you know, the store locator for Meijer also doesn't work. So it was, M-Perks is, you have to choose a zip code, and it has to be within 50 miles of the store, right? Meijer's store locator doesn't work at all. So I recommend this All Stays. Maybe I'll put a link in the description. It'll definitely be in a link in my tweets on @LinusWilson. And this is a store. All Stays is actually for RV people, I think. So I guess you can park your RV in the parking lot of some of these Meijers, and that's why they have the list. But, you know, just to give you an idea of how bad a website you should expect Meijer to have is that their store locator doesn't work, right? So it's probably going to be crazy, and the fact that I was only able to sign up for their rewards program, basically, right? It's a free rewards program. If you're a frequent shopper, you know, you get discounts, that type of thing. That, you know, the fact that you can't sign up for that on the web, you have to use their app, you know, just should give you an idea that maybe the web's not the best place. So I think you should try the app. You should try the web. And of course, you need to have a zip, at least in, if not your billing zip, definitely for your M-Perks zip. That's going to be the store I think you're ordering at, right? So whichever store you've located in your M-Perks account, I think that's going to be your store. Now, M-Perks requires you, so it looks like they have all these accessories in stock, right? So let's see the Pulse headset here. This is interesting. Do they do delivery for that? Maybe. I don't know. I haven't tried it. But, well, anyways, so that's confirmed. Now, Walmart is possible. We got some customer service rep calls that indicated 11 Central Time that Walmart was going to go live, but that's unreliable. But if you look at the Walmart ad, right, so the Walmart ad is really what I think is the best advice here. And also the website was indicating that the X and S was going to be available. But here's the Walmart ad, right? I took a screenshot of that. This is their Black Friday ad. It says, Online sales begin Wednesday, November 25th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Online sales begin Friday, November 27th at 12 a.m. Eastern Time, right? And since the PlayStation, which is the disc version they're showing you here, and the Xbox Series X are on this page, and they say online only, even though they did go up on November 25th, sometime after 7 p.m., in this case it was 9 p.m. Eastern Time, it's conceivable they could still go up on November 27th at 12 a.m. Now, I'll show you the pictures that have since changed, right? So this is the big broad view of what I zoomed into. This out of stock thing has changed to just straight out of stock. So the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 digital just said out of stock, but this one says this and more Black Friday deals available soon, right? And it said that for X until this morning. But I think now it just says out of stock. So, oh, and I want to warn you that I have got reports of imposter accounts trying to impersonate my account. So if anybody approaches you with like a transaction they'd like you to, that has my picture and name on it, check the number of followers they have. At the time I'm recording this, I have 40,000 followers and send over 6,000 tweets. If they have like a few followers, that's not me. That's a scam artist. So stay away. So buyer beware. This happened to Jinx Deals too last week. You know, I think it's a function if you have a large Twitter account, and especially if you're, you know, related to people buying stuff, there's going to be scammers. So I've reported the scams that I've seen. If you see somebody else posing as me, of course, report them. But you know, I'm not gonna sell you a PS5, right? I'm gonna direct you to a PS5 retailer who will sell you one. You know, I'm not in that market. I make videos. That's all I do. And I try to give you information so you can buy one from a reputable retailer. Okay. So I guess the other thing that I just want to let's see. So that's Walmart. So I think, yeah, so here's the updated one. Oh, no, that's okay. That says out of stock, right? Out of stock, but this and more deals soon. So I think this is fine. Actually, I thought this said something different, but it says exactly what I thought. So I am expecting both Meijer and Walmart. Meijer is confirmed. Walmart is probable because we don't trust customer service reps to go live at 12:01 a.m. Eastern time, right? So that's what we're looking for right tonight. I'm going to have a live stream with that, but I'm going to post this video before that. And Meijer's not going to have any bundles the same way Walmart doesn't have any bundles. Okay, so I held these polls, right? So it seems like the people that have been actively following me that are, voting on this poll with 5,000 votes, right? The majority of them started at PS5 launch day or after, right? So 49%, 50% started by launch day trying to get a PS5, and the other half, 46%, so slightly less than half, were trying before launch day to get a PS5, right? So, if you're struggling, you're not alone out there. And then I got the date wrong, but I think everybody kind of got it. So the date was 11/22 when Kohl's went up, like 1 a.m. I think. So 4.8% of the people responding. So if you add up these things, it's like it's a little less than 10% of the people that ordered from Kohl's. So 4.8 plus 6.2 plus 44.9, that's 56%, right? And then 4.8 divided by 56% is 8 or 9%. And then there's another 6.2% over 56 or 11% that are in fulfillment. So about 80% of the orders from Kohl's have been canceled, but there's another 20% that half of which, a little less than half, have shipped, and another 60% that are still in fulfillment. I think I don't have any evidence that @Cheeto is right on this one, but I'll throw that out there that Cheeto thinks you can walk into Meijer's tomorrow and get an Xbox Series X or S. You obviously can't get a PlayStation. Nevertheless, I had my followers tell me last week after launch day on November 10th that Meijer was sold out of those. I mean, people just walked in and took them, and it was gone very quickly. So but maybe they got a restock, or maybe they've been holding them back for Black Friday. But that's not the intel I have. But he gets different people that chat to him on his streams, and I don't think he's supplied any kind of other thing besides that. Yeah, no, I don't think. I think maybe somebody mentioned to him in his stream. I don't know. And then with the Meijer, okay, so the M Perks, right? It's possible you're not going to be able to order it if you're over 50 miles, if your billing address, but it's possible if you set up your M Perks within 50 miles of a store, then you're good. So we will see. Obviously, if you're more than 50 miles from a store, you got to do some driving. You should think about your time cost and the cost of gas and wear and tear on your car and all that, and put that into your calculation if you want to participate in the Meijer extravaganza at midnight tonight. So we're getting the campers out there, So I visited some campers earlier today in my hometown. All right, so I'm here in front of my local GameStop, and there's already 2 guys for the 2 PS5s. Nobody camping out for the Xbox Series X's. They said there are going to be 3, which I think is consistent with Pop Finder. There'll be 3 X's and 2 S's according to the employees, although I think maybe on Pop Finder it said there were 4 Xbox Series X's. I looked on Pop Finder, and within a 75-mile radius of here, there were probably about 25 GameStops. So I guess if you really want to do this, then you could go to one and see if it's got 2 people in line. I only saw one GameStop that had more than 2 PS5s. The 2 gentlemen I spoke to were buddies, and they had been camping out since 4 p.m. on November 25th, so Wednesday, right? So it's, they're looking at about 36 hours, something like that, camp out. So if you're contemplating on Thanksgiving Day, there's probably, most of them are full by now with people that have tents out. But if you are in the market for the X, that is possible that you could still secure one at your local GameStop. Okay, so the camping situation, GameStop Atlanta right here, thanks to AR0SOLT, Marion Ite. This is Atlanta. they counted 14 people in line. We don't know how many they had. We could look, see if there's, it says there's only, I don't know if they said how many this particular location had, but it's probably not a lot. Typically they're only having 2, but some city locations, I looked at a big city actually just recently, and it looked like it was all 2. I mean, it seems like 2 is not the minimum. It is the mode. It's the median. it's not a lower bound. It's the expectation, really. So if there's 14 people in line, hopefully they have a lot of Xboxes. So yeah, I think the chances are getting slim. It gets pretty cold in Chicago. Thank you for Mauricio Space Cord, Mauricio Salgado, who sent me this picture. It's going to be a cold night there in Chicago for him, but he's in the front of the line at least. Hope he's dressed warm and has lots of blankets and stuff. Yeah, I mean, my take is that I wouldn't. Everybody is different, right? So, some people are interested in the experience of camping, and that I personally wouldn't do it. I don't, for safety reasons, both for the virus and just because I'm not sure how safe it is to do that. I have seen situations where people did not maintain enough distance, but I think everybody can make their own decisions, and just as long as you obey local laws and things like that. So for instance, Eric here said that, bro, I drove to 5 different GameStops in different areas last night, and 3 at 3 a.m. thinking it was today at 7 a.m., but it's not until tomorrow at 7 a.m. People had already but it's not until tomorrow at 7 a.m. People had already had tents and everything out there. Honestly, no one's getting that PS5 here in Dallas. Just try harder. Yeah, so that's 3 a.m. on Thanksgiving Day, right? He couldn't find a GameStop with less than 2 people in it, right? So that means he's got to find another city. So the number of cities that don't have 2 people camped out at the GameStop are pretty low, probably outside of California, where I think they have a curfew. So I'm Linus Wilson. Oh, actually, there are a few other things. I wanted to show you some polls, right? So yeah, like Site Supply, the Site Supply showed this picture of New York City, right? These are the number of disc versions of the PlayStation 5, right? It's either 2 or 0 in New York City, right? So it's not really a rural thing, right? And I got pictures there from other cities too where they're all full. But I want to show you these polls. So 84% of my followers are trying to buy the PS5. But if you add it, both PS5 and Xbox Series X, so if you add in that, then it's 90% are trying to buy a PS5. I think that's consistent with other people's polls. That's 4,000 votes for that. And only 6% are exclusively looking for the Xbox Series. But, if you add in, they're also looking for a PS5, and that goes up to over 10%. And then, PlayStation Direct, right? So if we look at the numbers here, this is probably a good indication of the relative availability of the disc versus digital, right? So on 11/25, when they went up, they had a total of about 15%, but only 3% were the digital. So that's a 5-to-1 more disc than digital versions. So that's pretty, that makes it kind of long odds for getting the digital version for $399 versus the disc for $500 or $499. And then I also polled the people that had bought. So yesterday, right, 11:25, we had Sam's Club drop at like 1 a.m., close to 1 a.m. Eastern Time, and 7% of my followers got from Sam's Club, and then 5% of my followers got from an Xbox Series X or S bundle from GameStop, and AntOnline had PS5 and Xbox Series X bundles, although I had a typo there. And then from Walmart, 18% of my followers that responded, there's about 5,000 votes there, secured from Walmart a PS5, and another 2 to 3% got an Xbox Series X. I meant to write an S there, but if you add them up, we'll just say that's the X. So if you put all this together, this is about 21%, and then add in the Sam's Club, that's 7%. And then you do PlayStation Direct, that's 14%, so it's about 42%, and let's say that about 88% of my followers are trying to get a PS5, right, splitting the difference here. Then that means about 40% of my followers did secure a PS5 that, are active, that are voting, did secure a PS5 yesterday, right, 11:25. It was a great day to buy a PS5, but it's not, I think there are some good days, right? Launch day is a good day. The 22nd, 23rd were good days, right? And hopefully the 27th will be a good day in terms of securing a PS5. Does that mean most people will? No, but a significant percent, I think, will. So I'm Linus Wilson. Subscribe.